Hey Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this is your general monthly reading for 19. This is I said already, so I was going to say it's a general reading. It won't resonate with everybody. Happy New Year, you guys. These are a few days late. Well, okay. How did it look? Falling out first, second. All right. Those want to be seen. Let's do that. Okay. Put that in camera. I'll explain what I'm doing in a moment. We're using the Tarot of Dreams by Sierra Marchetti, and let's talk for just a moment about the astrology. We have right off the bat. Oh, and happy birthday, guys. Oh, happy birthday. Let me tell you why. Because, man, Capricorn, there's a lot going on in your sign. Now, we have already got Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node sitting in your sign. And they just been hanging out there just doing a thing before any of this other stuff came up. And this other stuff I'm talking about is new moon in Capricorn. That happens tomorrow. Mercury moves into Capricorn tomorrow. And what was the other thing? Oh, a partial solar eclipse. So all of this, you've got Pluto, Saturn, South Node, new moon, Mercury, and I just keep and the partial solar eclipse, which is probably one of the most important parts. It's all going on. That's a lot. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Right. Again, I'm using, maybe not again, but I'm using the planetary spread. I have used this spread before, and I'm bringing it back. This spread has a card for each planet, including the two luminaries, which we'll get to in a moment, and an outcome card. Now, Capricorn, before we get into this, I want to say, whatever it is that's been keeping you up at night, that's been making you restless, you might be feeling some guilt over something. In the month of January, I think you temporarily come out of it, but then it comes back. So I would say that when you have a moment of clarity, whenever that seems to happen for you anyway, use it wisely, because it's going to creep back up on you again, unfortunately. Now you have to remember that Capricorn is the sign of authority. It rules the elderly. It's the sign of work and provision. Now, that doesn't always apply. I know several Capricorns who are anti-work. Let's just say that. But that's what Capricorn is, the goat. And when we use the goat in today's world, when we talk about the goat, the greatest of all times. Keep that in mind. So, despite what you've been going through, despite what's had you anxious and restless, you have to remember that you are the GOAT. Okay? There's going to be some major transformation in the month of January. It's not just the astrology that tells me that. There are other things that are coming into play that lets me know this is an epic time of change for Capricorn. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The Sun position. This is who you are. Sun is about our core character. It's about self. Self not in the same sense of Aries, but self, kind of in the sense of Leo. It's our life force. It's our energy. It's our self. It's who we are. The Sun, and the Sun rules Leo. It's exalted in Aries, but it rules Leo. We'll talk about exaltations somewhere down the line. You got the Four of Coins. This is a Sun and Capricorn card. In the Sun position, the universe never messes around. All right, Sun and Capricorn, this is you all day long. Okay, so you be trying to hold on to your coin, you're keeping it in a safe space. You are pinching pennies right now. And I think it's because you feel like there's a need for you to save up. there's a need for you to keep yourself secure, because there's this niggling feeling, I think, that something is coming up, something's happening. Now, in the position of home and personal relationships, your emotional security, this could be your mother, the maternal figure. It's a feminine energy. This is a Mercury and Taurus card. And this also has us thinking about money, health, resources. Unfortunately, the Five of Coins in the upright position says that these things are challenged. Somebody feels like they are left out in the cold, and this could be somebody that you're close to. They might feel like you are being cheap, holding back, hiding money. And you very well could be, because you are looking out for your own security. Whatever it is that might be about to go down, Capricorn is trying to make sure that Capricorn is okay. And you know, the words for Capricorn, you got like Leo is I am, and I think Cancer is I feel, and you know, don't get me messed up about all of them. But Capricorn is I use. Now, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Capricorn uses his resources and the people that surround him and places and things to their advantage. I use. That's what Capricorn is doing. I use this to get to that. So, in you trying to use what you got to get what you need in this case, not necessarily get what you want, the home life could be suffering. There could be financial issues. Somebody feeling like they're left out in the cold. Somebody feeling like they are not provided for. Did you make that promise? Now you're holding back from it. Did somebody make that promise to you? And now you feel like you have to hold on to all of your coins because they didn't do what they said they were going to do. This is also a card of infidelity. All of this is hanging out in the home sector, in the personal relationship sector. Now, Capricorn, I have to admit that in the Cancer video, which is your opposite sign, I talked about infidelity in that reading, and Capricorn came up. Now, if you have a notion to, you can go back and watch that video, and it may be giving you some insight. And Cancer rules the home. It may give you some more insight as to what's up and what's about to happen. Now, let me say, Capricorn, before you get mad at me and say, oh, you trying to say we messing up and we're cheap and blah blah blah. No, I wish I had some Capricorn energy. I have North Node in Capricorn, which means that's where I should be trying to go. That's where I should be trying to get to in life. I wish I had some Capricorn energy in my chart. You know, maybe I get a little bit more done. So, you know, I love Capricorn energy. I desire to have it. So I don't want you to mistake what you hear in this video and what you might hear in that Cancer video. You know, shit. You know, it might not be fair, but it's life. It just is what it is, right? Okay, Capricorn. All right. In the Mercury position, not with the drama. The Mercury position is the Five of Wands reversed. This is a Saturn in Leo card. And with Saturn, we talk about restrictions and obstacles and setbacks, but it also talks about making us be grown up. Remember, I hadn't talked about it yet. Whenever I see Saturn in Leo, whenever I think about this particular aspect, I think about Saturn. Leo's a big energy. So, you know, it's about trying to restrict Leo from doing too much. It wants to make that Leo energy stay in its lane and act like a grown up. And a lot of times that Leo energy can be like, what? Do you not see this crown? Did you forget that I was the king out here? What you mean? Stay in lane. What lane? I take them all up. That's how Leo feels. And Saturn's like, no. You've got to be more responsible. You've got to consider other people. Leo's like, no, I don't think so. And Saturn says, well, fine. I'll throw some obstacles and restrictions your way. Deal with that. Well, in this position, actually, none of that is happening because somebody has decided they don't want the drama. They're not about to go up against this big ego, this big energy. They would rather just stand down. And this is in the communications position. Now, this could be with somebody that, because it's in the Mercury position, Mercury rules the 3rd and the 6th house. The 3rd house talks about short distance travels, and the 6th house talks about everyday routine. So this is a situation that more than likely is going on with somebody around you in your immediate area, possibly the home. But this could be at work. This could be in your neighborhood. This could even be with somebody you went to primary school with. It could be with old friends or neighbors, any of that. All right. In the Venus position, which is generally by our love interest, who we're attracted to. This could be how you earn your money because Venus rules the second house, which is traditional values, how we earn our money, and it also rules the seventh house, which is relationships. Okay. Seven of Swords. Well, okay. Capricorn. If somebody's been trying, this is, I'm sorry, a Moon in Aquarius card. And, you know, when I think of Moon in Aquarius, I think of unorthodox feelings. Well, maybe there are some unorthodox feelings here. And Moon in Aquarius says that if somebody's been doing something a little off the cuff, bust it. It's a wrap for that. Now, this is in your romantic partner's position. Capricorn, look, I'm going to keep it real with you. This is in your partner's position. If this is a romantic thing, the Seven of Wands, when it comes up, it's about theft, infidelity, somebody trying to get away with something. But as I think, listen, are y'all watching? I haven't seen it yet, but are y'all watching this? What was it? Oh, fuck. What was the name of it? It's got something to do with R. Kelly. Surviving R. Kelly, I think. So a lot of people are saying that with Saturn conjunct Pluto, South Node being about stuff we've already done, and we got this eclipse and Mercury, people's talking about it, and new moon, you know, people are seeing things fresh for the first time in Capricorn, and that's probably happening somewhere around R. Kelly's son. People are saying they're about to give, the universe is about to give his ass the business. Okay, Capricorn? So what I'm saying is, if you're doing something, you get busted. You get busted. I'm sorry. You get busted. So watch your back at picnics and in the shower. Now, it is in the partner position. So this could very well be your partner who has been trying to get away with something but gets busted. But I'm just saying, Capricorn, I'm just thinking about the readings that I've already done and the position of the planets. You, honey, you can't get a, when I say you, I mean this very generally. You can't get away with something on a regular day, let alone on the days that are coming up. And the Seven of Swords reverse simply says, if you've been doing some foul stuff, you get caught. That's it. In the Mars position, this is what we fight for. This is our desires as well, but it's how we move towards those desires. I mean, and this is about immediate self-gratification. Mars can be the boyfriend. It's the male energy. You know, it could be brothers. Just, you know, anything testosterone. It's fire. It's bombs. You know, energy. Without Mars, we couldn't even get up to go to the bathroom. We couldn't get a drink of water. So this is what's up in the Mars position. And it is the Nine of Wands. That is a Moon in Sagittarius card. So what the desire is, what one might be fighting for, is their freedom. Just simply fighting for their freedom. If you look at this card, and this says that the worst of it is over, and it is coming to some sort of completion. If that is through you or your partner, or, you know, this could be a business partner. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner because Venus does control how we rule our money, and this is in Venus position. So I was pointing to that. So don't forget I said that. But something is coming to completion. The way somebody's moving is coming to completion. And they're about to do something very, very different. They desire some sort of expansion or higher knowledge. And with the Eight of Wands reversed, there's something that has come in very quickly. Something has just started to happen, and it happened quick. You didn't even see that stuff coming, but you've been through it. And although you feel, and the traditional deck, the soldier is generally a little bit battered and beaten, but this dude looks kind of smug. It's like, not only did I get through it, I got through this shit unscathed. I'm just taking me a break for a minute before I go on my next adventure. And he's just sitting there kind of gathering his energy back because he's about to bust a whole move. And I think that is what you could be fighting for, Capricorn. And at this point, you may not even care that somebody understands that you are holding on to your money, or that you're just being quiet for the sake of peace for the moment, or that you have gotten caught doing something, or you not care that this is the situation with your partner. All somebody wants to do is move on. No more fights, no more battles, no more this 1 minute you this way, 1 minute no, I'm out. Okay. In the Jupiter position, which is our expansion, it's our luck, wealth, acquisitions. It can be about our spirituality. Man, this Five of Swords keeps coming up. This is another Aquarius card. So this is Venus in Aquarius, and this is about thinking outside the box. The Five of Wands, though, generally talks about somebody that takes other people down no matter what the cost, and they feel like they won the battle, but at what cost? What did you lose winning that battle? So the Five of Swords says that there is, not only is there conflict, but man, we got this 9 here, we got this Five of Swords here in the Jupiter position. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. It's like somebody is trying to stand down, but the conflict just keeps coming. And there's whatever Jupiter touches, it expands. So if this is conflict in the Jupiter position, it is going to expand that. And, gosh darn, a lot of change, and it may not be the most comfortable thing. And I can see that with Saturn and Pluto in your sign, Capricorn, in this solar eclipse. Wow. Just be prepared. Just be prepared. I'm not a negative Nancy. I just call them like I see them. In the Saturn position, which talked about obstacles, restrictions, it also talks about making us be a grown-up, just to shorten this a little bit. You got the Queen of Wands. So you have somebody, Capricorn, that is in your life. I think this was in the Cancer reading. Okay. She was in the Cancer reading. She was in the Mars position. Yeah. Queen of Wands is generally an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be on the sun sign. It could be on the rising or the moon. And, this is somebody who is going to be all right, despite the setbacks, despite the obstacles, despite the restrictions and whatever the hell else is going on. In the Saturn position, this person, if they've gotten out of line, if they've gotten off the path, they can certainly get back on it. And like I said, Cancer is your opposite sign. And I remember Queen Wands being in the Mars position. And one of the things that I said about that is she's going to continue to fight to be who she's supposed to be. She's not going to let anybody take away her self-worth or her self-esteem. I think in the end, there's a lot of conflict. This is, a crazy reading, but I think whoever the Queen of Wands is, she's going to be okay despite the obstacles. The outcome card is the Empress. Everybody's going to be okay. The outcome card, the Empress, ruled by Venus. That's our romantic partner. That's the money we earn. Maybe this whole thing turns around. Maybe there's a need for whatever the Seven of Swords is trying to do in the dark to be exposed in order for everybody to get what it is that they want, together or not together. I want to go back to this Capricorn. This could be some sort of authority figure who she's fiery, she's passionate, she's loving and nurturing, and she's about that action. And she can do that, in the most loving way. This is somebody who could come through to help you through the situation. And like I said, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Could be somebody older than you that comes to help you get through the situation. And the outcome is this very nurturing, productive aspect. So Capricorn, for some of you, this could be your mother. We talked about maternal figures in this area. I get, aside from what I just described with the Queen of Wands, if this, that's a person you're dealing with, the other thing that I get is this could be some sort of maternal figure who comes to your aid and helps you through this whole thing successfully. They nurture you, they help you be productive. if somehow you've fallen short of that, and I do see some sort of falling short, they help you get through. So um, it may not be the easiest weary that you've ever had, Capricorn, but at the end of the day, you come out having exactly what you need, and probably more. So don't be afraid to make moves that seem uncomfortable. I don't think that you're going to be able to escape all of those planetary energies that we talked about. If you are into astrology at all, pull up a chart. Pull up a chart for tomorrow, January 5th, 19, and look at all of the planetary activity that is going on in the Capricorn sector. It's a lot. It's confusing, but you'll get through it successfully. And that's the way I see it, Capricorn. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, my information is in the description box below. You can hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. If you are new, thank you for giving this video a chance. And if you are coming back, if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys, and I hope to talk to you again next month.